Hello, treasured. Did you hear that sound? That is Oja. It's story time. Oledo fell weeping. If only my mother was alive. Tell me what she would not do for her daughter. Oledo cried. Oledo's late mother, Abama and Adaku, were best of friends. Abama got married to Obinna at the age of 21. The two lovebirds were so much in love with each other. They were always seen together. Everything was beautiful. 2 years in the marriage, Abama gave birth to a beautiful daughter, Oledo. They were so happy. They loved their daughter so much. They catered for all her needs. When Abama and her husband Obinna were ready to have another child, to conceive became a problem for Abama. She was more worried than her husband. She started seeking solution to her problem. She would visit a native herbal doctor who would give her some herbs and concoction to be taken. Abama would always take the herbs and concoction as instructed by the herbal doctor, yet nothing happened. Few years passed. Obinna's relatives started mocking him. On one occasion, when he quarreled with his brother Nduka, Nduka told him to his face that he wasn't man enough, but if he claims to be one, he should produce his son. He went further to tell Obinna that they are all waiting to inherit his properties, since he didn't have any son that will inherit his properties when he dies. Obinna was deeply hurt by what his brother Nduka said to him. When he got home, he met his wife Abama cooking. He narrated all that happened to him that day. Abama was shedding tears, asking gods of their land, why? What did they do to deserve all that was happening to them? When night came, Abama couldn't sleep. She kept turning and turning, thinking so hard. The next day, after she had served her husband and her daughter breakfast, she left home to visit her close friend Adaku. Abama and Adaku had been friends since their childhood. They understand each other very well. When Abama got to Adaku's house, they were so happy to see each other. Adaku asked Abama what the problem was because she looked troubled, sad and disturbed. Abama narrated to her all that has been happening to her and her husband. Adaku tried to console her, reminding her at least they've got a beautiful daughter Oledo. That let her take a look at her, Adaku. She is 30 without a husband, let alone having a child. Abama told her that was why she paid her a visit. She told her friend Adaku to please marry her husband. To bear a son she couldn't bear for her husband. Adaku thought about it for a while and finally agreed, telling Abama that she was only doing that because she is her bosom friend. Abama was so happy. She headed home. When she got home, she told her husband her plans. Obinna refused, telling his wife that he wouldn't want anybody coming between them. And besides, he wasn't complaining about the situation. Abama tried so hard to convince him. Obinna agreed finally, just to please his wife. Adaku was married into their family. 2 months after, Adaku became pregnant. Everybody were happy. Few days after too, it was noticed that Abama was pregnant as well. Obinna couldn't believe his eyes. He was very happy and excited. Abama and Adaku, who are now co-wives, were related so well. They act like sisters. Obinna was happy because he had feared that they would turn enemies. When his 2 wives carried to full term, they put to bed. Adaku was the first to deliver. She gave birth to a beautiful daughter. 3 days after, Abama put to bed. She had a bouncing baby boy. Obinna couldn't contain his joy. He threw a feast to celebrate his 2 wives and to welcome his babies into the world. Adaku, who had thought all the while she would give birth to a boy, became jealous of her friend, Abama. At first, she was trying so hard to hide her jealousy, but after some times, she couldn't hold it down anymore. She developed this hatred for Abama and her children. She would always find reasons to attack Abama and her children. Once a peaceful home became a battleground. Abama started acting as though She was the only one Obinna was marrying. She was struggling so hard to turn Obinna against Abama. The harder she tried, the closer Obinna draws to his first love, Abama. Obinna would blame Abama for fetching this ant-infested firewood to their peaceful home. Poor Abama, who never knew her friend Mbeke, would turn that wicked. As they go by, Adaku's trouble increased. She started cooking separate from Abama. She would wake up in the middle of the night and go put her hands in Abama's pot of soup to stir the soup. She would beat up Abama's children whenever she was at home, alone with them. At a point, Abama couldn't tolerate her anymore. She started fighting back. Abama told her one-time friend Adaku that if she continues that way, she would convince their husband to return her to her people and collect his bride price back. Hell broke loose. Adaku swore, cursed Abama. She told Abama she was going to deal with her, that she, Abama, would be the first to be removed from their home before her Adaku, and that she cannot share Obinna anymore with her. Abama didn't take her threat serious. Each time Adaku remembered what Abama told her about asking Obinna to go collect back the bride price paid on her head, she would be troubled and angered. She can't imagine going back to single life. She had always longed to be addressed as Mrs. And here, Abama was threatening her with that. She swore she wouldn't be alive and see that happen. The next day, Adaku visited a witch doctor. She told the witch doctor that she wanted her co-wife, Abama, dead because she was an obstacle blocking her path. The witch doctor told her to say no more, that it is done already. He gave her a powdered substance to pour into Abama's bucket of bathing water. After some days, Abama became so ill. As days go by, her situation worsened. It got to an extent that she needed her husband and her daughter Oledo for a support. Oledo took charge of the kitchen. She and her father tried all they could to save Abama, but nothing seemed to be happening. This was when Obinna rushed to his wife's Median home to inform Abama's parents about her health condition. Abama's parents cried. They insisted they must go with Obinna to see their daughter for themselves. When they got to Obinna's house and saw their daughter in the pitiful condition she was in, their heart broke. They asked Obinna to please release their daughter to them, that they want to look after her themselves. Obinna assured them that he would do that himself, that he was equal to the task. Ojugo's parents took with them their daughter's little boy, who still needed his mother's tender care and love at the time. Oledo would have followed them, but she didn't want to leave her mother behind. She stayed back to nurse her sick mother with her father. While all this was going on, Adaku would always speak from her heart, laughing and counting days, and waiting to hear the sad news. At a point, it seemed to her that the sham was walking too slow. She went back to the witch doctor to complain that her co-wife Abama wasn't dead yet. The witch doctor told her that she would be dead, that it was only taking that long because Abama's spirit was strong. 2 weeks later, Abama died. Nweke and Oledo were heartbroken. Everybody that heard the news of Abama's death was pained because Abama was a good woman, very kind and considerate, full of love for others. After Abama's death, Obinna couldn't heal. He became a shadow of himself. Nothing interested him anymore. I know you might be thinking Adaku would be happy by now because she had what she wanted. But no, she couldn't find the happiness she sought. Obinna despised her. No matter what she cooked and brought to him, Obinna wouldn't taste it. He would rather eat from her daughter's kitchen. Adaku tried all she could to win Obinna's love, but failed. Obinna doesn't even allow her to spend the night in his hut. All this enraged Adaku. She turned the whole anger, frustration, disappointments towards Oledo. She would always beat her up, send her to do things beyond her age. She made sure she does all the whole house chores, while her daughter Edo sits all day doing nothing, abusing and insulting Oledo. She had no respect for anybody, just like her mother. Oledo would always cry. She would remember her late mother. If only my mother was to be alive, she would cry. Nweke would always defend Oledo each time he was at home. Things continued this way. Oledo would always cry herself to sleep, asking herself, is this how she would live? I really hope you enjoyed this story. The rest of the story would be completed in our next video. Please do well to subscribe so that you don't miss out on the rest of the story. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please note that your subscriptions, likes and comments mean so much to us. Thanks so much for your time. Bye!